disappointed that in general, I've been here since January of 2019, and we've done more outside the normal regular order and process than we've done within it. We don't have a commitment on this particular enterprise in terms of adhering to the Hyde Amendment, stuff like that as well. To me, if we keep doing this, it's just a perpetuation of bad habits that have accumulated over a long period of time. You look at what we did through the COVID emergency, roughly $5 trillion designated, again dwarfing the regular Appropriations Committee. And it doesn't seem that we're willing to turn off the faucet. To me, it seems mostly like we shrug our shoulders and keep on doing it. I really think in this case, we're releasing, literally, an inflation and debt bomb into the economy that unless you really have been on Main Street for a while and have had to contend with this through what happened in the early 80s, through what happened in 08 and 09, it seems like we keep getting closer to the precipice without learning any of the lessons from the past. As we review these bills today, we know that there's an infrastructure bill in front of us, $1.2 trillion, $3.5 trillion in a soft infrastructure bill, obviously both linked together. And, we don't take anything in its entirety when we look at what that means over the long run. Earmarks, we haven't heard about that yet. And telling you from someone that had to look at that from afar, never could understand why that is part of it. To me, it's an unwholesome feature that we need to recognize as well. Understand in just these bills, maybe close to over 400 of them embedded there. And we've kind of drugged this back into the halls of Congress when we had it out of there. I can tell you, folks that look at this from the real world think not only the process, the magnitude, all of it is just gone off the rails. Look at all these earmarks that I think are going to, be here as part of the rest of the appropriations process. I just don't know how we can keep marching on in that direction. On the bill itself, energy and water appropriations measure totals to just over $53.6 billion. That almost sounds like chump change in today's era of where we throw trillions around. And to remind the public, when we went through the 08-09 crisis, that was $800 billion, and that set a new standard. Additionally, on the Senate floor, we are currently debating an infrastructure bill containing $13.1 billion in emergency appropriations designated for the energy and water appropriations account. As I've noted, it's increasingly difficult to justify all of this in the context that we're now nearly $30 trillion in debt. All I can tell you, despite the modern monetary theory, which I debated Senator Sanders on the floor maybe a month ago, for anyone that's taken Finance 101, let alone lived through a period of time where we've had plenty of warnings, it does not end well. And we'll be digging out from a hole that sadly we've placed ourselves into it. Therefore, I make a motion to recommit the bill to the Subcommittee on Energy and Water Development with instructions to reduce discretionary spending under the bill to the levels similar to those as released by the committee for fiscal year 2021, and for the subcommittee to report back forthwith.